Hello everyone, welcome to AJ Programming Solutions. So in last video we have seen some of the coding interview questions related to the Stream API topics, and today we will just continue with the remaining questions. So in the last session we have covered these three questions, like first one was to print the employee which is having highest salary, and after that to print like how many male and female employees are there. Okay, and the last question which we have seen is how many employees are there in a per department. Okay, and all the questions we have solved using Stream API itself. So now let's just go ahead and try to solve the remaining questions. We have 10 questions, so let's just try to solve it. Okay, now if we talk about the next question, which is find the oldest employee in the organization. Okay, oldest employee in the organization means the employee which joined earlier. Okay, so if you see here in our employee list, okay, we have 11 employees. Okay, and for these employees I have the joining year. Okay, so actually in the last session this joining year was in the string, but now I make it as an integer. Okay, it should be integer. Now if you see here, the joining year is 2013, 10, 12, 99. So we need to print the employee which is having like the oldest employee, right? So now if you see here, who is the oldest employee? Oldest employee is the employee who joined earlier, right? So if you see here, we have one employee whose joining year is 1996. So we don't have any employee who joined before 1996, right? So we will be writing the solution so that we can get the details of this employee. If we see what is the employee ID here, employee ID is 105. Okay, now let's just go here and try to write the solution. Okay, let me just comment this and let me just comment this also. Okay, so that we don't get this in the output, and here also I will just comment it. Okay, now let's write the solution for question number 4. Okay, so I have let's suppose I have the employee list. Okay, so I can just use employee list, then we will use the stream function, and then by using this stream function we will calculate the oldest employee in the organization. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just use here collect method, and in this collect method I will be using collectors class. In the collectors class we have one method which is mean by. I want to find the oldest employee in the organization, right? So I will be using this mean by method. Okay, now this mean by method is taking the comparator as an input. So I will just pass here comparator dot comparing what? I will use comparing int, and here we need to pass, I want to compare employee joining year, right? Now let me just use here get, because it is returning us the optional, right? So now if I assign the variable here, let me just assign the variable employee oldest employee. Okay, and if I just print here s out oldest employee is, and maybe here I can just print this employee details, right? So now if I save, I should get this employee details 105, because for this employee we have the joining year as a 1996. Okay, let's just run the program and see are we getting the correct output or not. Okay, see here the oldest employee is 105 whose joining year is 1996. Okay, so this way you can write the solution if you want to find the oldest employee, right? What I did, I just used the stream function, and in the stream we use this collectors dot mean by method, right? And then we will be using the comparator, and here we will comparing the comparing based on the joining year, right? And this is returning us the optional, and that's the reason I just used get method. Okay, this is the question number 4. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, now let's just go for the next question. Okay, so let's just comment these two lines. Okay, and what is the question number 5 now? The question number 5 is to print all the departments present in the company. Okay, so how can I print the department, all the departments? So for that, here you can use employee list dot stream, and then we will map each employee department. Okay, and here I can just use for each method, and for each let's suppose the department, I will just print it. Okay, s out, just a minute. For each, let's just write here, for each department we will just print the department details. Okay, now if I save and run, I will get the details of the department. This way we can get all the departments. Okay, but if you see here, we are getting the departments, like we are getting all the departments here, right? But if you see here, we have same like Dev, right? Or maybe the QA, HR, right? So if I want the unique departments, I don't want the duplicate, then what we can do, you just need to add here one more method, and which is distinct method. If you see here, we have the distinct method. If you are using this distinct method, then you will not get the repetitive departments, right? If I save this and again execute the program, you will get only unique departments. See here in the output, you are getting only the unique departments, right? So if you don't want the duplicate details, then you can use this distinct method, right? So to print all the departments from this list of the employees, you can just use employee list dot stream method, and then you map the department. After that, to get the unique departments, you will be using distinct method. Okay, and you are just printing all the department details here. Now let's go to the next question, the question number 6. And what it says, the question is saying fetch name of all the employees who have joined after 2010, right? So see, these questions are very common in the interview. You will get similar kind of questions. Okay, so if you just need to practice it. Okay, so what this question is saying, fetch all the name of the employee who's joined who joined after 2010. Okay, so how I can write the solution for this? Very simple. I will be writing employee list dot stream, employee list dot stream, and then what we want, fetch name of all the employees who have joined after 2010, means we need to filter the employees, right? So I will be using here filter method, and in the filter, how we will be filtering the employees? Based on their joining year, right? So I will be writing here filter each employee whose emp dot get joining year, means filter the employee whose joining year is like after 2010, means greater than 2010, right? So here we will get all the filtered employees, and then what I can do, here I can just use maybe for each employee I will just print the employee name. Okay, so how I can write it here, let me just do the enter, and here s out, we will print name of the employee, right? So e dot get name. Okay, now if I just save, okay, and execute the code, we will get the employee details whose joining year is greater than 2010. Okay, see here in the output we are getting all the employee names. Okay, we are getting the departments also because of the previous code. So let me just comment this. Now if I save and rerun the program, we will get only the employee who have joined after 2010. Let's just wait to run the program. See here, we are getting all these employee details. Neha, Pooja, Nikita, all of these employees have joined after 2010. Okay, so this way you can just filter the employees based on the given condition. Okay, so now let's go to the next question. So what is the question? Question is, what is the average salary of each department? Okay, so let me just comment the previous thing first. Okay, and now go to the next question, which is, what is the average salary of each department? See here, now what we want to calculate the average salary for each department, right? So how I can write it? See, very simple. Employee list dot stream, then here we will be using collect, and in the collect we will be using collectors dot, we have grouping by method, right? Then in this grouping by method we need to pass, you want to group by what, right? So let's suppose here I want to group the employees based on their department. So I will be writing employee, and here I will just choose the get department method, because here we are passing the method reference, right? And second, what you want? You want to group the employees based on their department, and then you want to calculate their average salary. Okay, to calculate the average salary, here I will be writing collectors dot averaging int, or maybe averaging double. What is the type of the salary? We have to use that, right? So if I go to the employee class, and if we go here to the salary, it is double, right? So in this demo.java class, if we go to our solution, here I will be using averaging double method. Okay, so averaging double, and then we will pass here employee salary. Okay, so this way we will get the average salary of the employee. Okay, so now let me just assign the variable. See, first what we did here, I just use employee list dot stream method, and then we are collecting the data. Here we are passing like collectors class we are using, then we want to group the employees based on their department. So I have used grouping by method, and we have passed here department. Okay, and then we want to calculate the average salary. So we are using collectors dot averaging double method, and we will pass the salary here. Okay, now what we will be getting here, we will get the map. So in this map, key will be the department and value will be the average salary for that department. Okay, so let's just assign the variable here, show context, and I will just assign the variable, introduce local variable. Okay, and here I will just use the name average salary per department. Okay, and now if I just print this, let me just print here as out average salary per department. If I save and execute the code, we will get like the department and their average salary. Okay, so see in the output here, if I just show you, see here, for the QA the average salary is 24,000. For the dev it's 46,000, 46,800. right? And for the HR it's this much. Okay, so if you want the average salary per department, you can just write the solution this way. Okay, I hope this is clear. See here, whenever you want to group the employees based on anything, like based on their department, based on their gender, or based on anything, so you will be using this grouping by method. See here, grouping by method, and this grouping by method is present in collectors class. Okay, so in the grouping by method, you just need to like understand first parameter will be you want to group by what, and the second parameter will be what operation you want to perform. So here I want to find out the average salary, so I have used here averaging double method. Okay, so this way you can get the solution. Okay, so this is for question number 7. Now let's go to the next question. I will just comment this one. So what is the question? If I just enter, see how many males and female employees are there in the dev department. See here. Here also what we need to do, we need to group the employees based on their gender, and then we need to calculate like how many males and female employees are there in the dev department, right? So what I will be doing here, I will just use employee list dot stream, and then first I will just calculate, or maybe I will just find a filter the employees who are in the dev department, right? So how we can filter it, we will be using the filter method, and here we will filter the like filter each employee, right? See here, I will be writing filter the employee dot get department. Okay, so here we need to filter the employee whose department is dev, right? So I will be just using equals method, and I will just pass dev. Okay, so now if you see, let's suppose if I just collect all this data in the list. Okay, and if I just write here maybe list of employees, okay, or maybe dev emps, this way I will just assign it. Okay, and if I print now the dev employees, you will see the employee details, okay, whose department is dev. Right now if I execute it, in the output you will see all the employees whose department it is dev, right? So now see here, all the employees are there whose department is dev. See here. Okay, if it is not clear, what we can do, maybe I will just write like dev emps dot for each employee e dot like here, or maybe just let's just print the employee. Okay, so save and execute it again. See in the output now, we will get list of employees present in the dev department, right? See here, we have almost 5 employees in the dev department. Okay, now what we need to calculate, we need to calculate how many male and female employees are there. Okay, so here see how many male and how many female employees are there in the dev department. Now total how many employees are there, total we have 5 employees. So out of this 5, how many are male and how many are female, we need to calculate it, right? So very first what we did, we use this employee list, and then we just use the stream method. We filtered employee based on their department, whose department is dev. Okay, so this way we can do it. As we have the employees present in the dev department, I will be writing here now dev employees dot collect, sorry, I will just use the stream dot collect. Okay, and here again I will be using grouping by method, collectors dot grouping by method. Okay, and grouping by what? I will be group the employees based on their gender. Okay, and after that we need to calculate the count of the male and female employees. So I will be using here collectors class, and then we have counting method present in the collectors class. Okay, now let's just save this and assign the variable here. So I will just assign the variable which will be map. Again here it will return the map, so I will just give the name maybe male and female EMP count, okay, per department. Okay, so now let's just save and print here s out, save and rerun the program again. Okay, so see here in the output you will get like the male and female employees present in the dev department. See, we have 2 male employees and 3 female employees present in the dev department, right? So this way we can get the solution for this. What we did, very simple. First we just filtered the employee. See here, we just filtered the employees based on their department. Like we have filtered the employees whose department is dev, and then for all of those employees we just use the stream function and we have collected it. We use the grouping by method, group by their gender, and then we just calculated the count, and to calculate the count we use collectors dot counting method. Okay, so this way you can solve this type of questions. Okay, now if we go to the next question, okay, let's just comment this. What is the next question? What is the average salary of male and female employees? Right, so this is very simple, exactly like the way we have written the solution for question number 8. You can write the solution, you can write the solution for question number 9 also. Okay, how? Let me just show you quickly. Employee list dot stream dot collect. Okay, and in the collect we will be just using collectors class, collectors dot group by or grouping by. Grouping by what? We want to group by the employees based on their gender. So I will be using here employees get gender, and then we want the average salary, right? Average salary of male and female employees. So I will be using here collectors dot averaging double. Okay, and I will pass here employee salary. Okay, so let me just pass here employee get salary. Okay, now if I just write the semicolon and if I assign the variable, let me just assign the variable and give the name average salary, average salary of male and female maybe. Okay, let's just save it and print. If we save and execute it, we will get the average salary for the male and female employees. Okay, see here, the average salary for male employees is this much and average salary for female employees is this much, right? So this way if you want to calculate the average of something, you will be using this method, averaging double. Okay, or maybe averaging int based on your type. Okay, so this way we have calculated like average salary for male and female employees, right? Now the last question is, what is the average age of the male and female employees, right? So to calculate the average age, what you will be doing here, exactly same thing we will be doing. Like we will take the employee list, then we use the stream collectors dot, we will using the group by method, and in the group by method we want to group the employees based on their gender. And here, instead of averaging double, I will be using averaging int, and then here we will pass the age of the employee. Okay, see here how I can do it. If we comment it, okay, we will use the employee list dot stream dot collect the employees, and here I will use collectors dot grouping by method, and here I want to group the employees based on their gender. So I will use employees and then get gender, and after that we want to calculate average age, right? So that's the reason here I will be using collectors dot averaging int, and I will just pass here employee age, right? Now if I just write maybe the semicolon, assign the variable, okay, it will return us the map, and here average age of male and female EMPs. Okay, now let's just save, and I will just print it here. Okay, save and execute. Now you will get the average age of male and female employees. Okay, let's just run the program. See here in the output you are getting average age of the male employees is 38 and average age of the female employee is 31 point something. Okay, so this way we can get the average age of the male employees and average age of the female employees. Okay, so this was the commonly asked coding interview questions on the stream API. Okay, so we have like covered almost 10 questions, and these are very commonly asked interview questions. Okay, if you practice this much questions, okay, then you will able to solve so many questions related to the stream API. Okay, because you will get the understanding of the methods present in the stream API. Like see here we have used this max by method, then comparing double, comparing int, right? Then we have used this grouping by method. So if you practice this type of questions, you will understand which method we need to use in which scenarios. Okay, so I just suggest you to practice all of these questions by yourself, okay, and then go for the interview. That's it for today's session. If you like this video, please share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.